The argument that women suffer more in marriage than men, or that men benefit more from marriage than women, is based on the assertion that women occupy subordinate positions in marriages, thereby being more affected by conflict.
Unpaid care work is the kind of work that people do in taking care of each other and building up each other's capabilities. In particular, very young children, people who are sick, need a pretty significant amount of attention and care. And very often it is women who do this kind of work. The main characteristic of unpaid work is that it's not directly paid or remunerated. In many ways, this kind of work can be seen as the solid foundation on which official industries and services and economies and schools and universities sit. Without this kind of work, it would be very difficult to even think of a society that can function. One kind of universal fact seems to be that in nearly all human societies, it is often upon women this kind of work falls. What we say, it's highly feminized. We have some data which showed that something like 75% of all unpaid care work is carried out by women and girls. So this is a very unequal distribution between men and women. In fact, it does penalize women because taking on the bulk of this work often carries a penalty in terms of not being able to have a full-time job with a decent wage, not being able to accumulate a pension, not getting all of the benefits that come from formal sector employment. So the penalties are many, even though the benefits to society are huge.
Feelings of subordination and distress during conflict inside and outside as marriage, and other processes inside as well as outside of marriage for us raises the possibility that the social comparisons men and women make of their marriage to their other relationships might make a difference for health. Men, on average, may be more content with and relaxed within their marriages because those marriages look pretty good compared to their other relationships. Women, on average, may not be so content with and relaxed within their marriages because those marriages do not seem as good compared to their other relationships. Contentment and relaxation may influence health. The fact that women are more reactive to conflict, for whatever reason, may at least partially explain why women suffer more than do men in marriages that are high in conflict. It does little to explain why men appear to benefit more than women by being married. Not every marriage is high in conflict. It is possible that women's differential suffering to even minimal amounts of conflict account for gender differences in health in marriage. The greater health benefits for men than for women from marriage are based on comparisons of men who are married versus those who are not, and women who are married versus those who are not. Both men and women experience jumps in social support thanks to being married. Perhaps marriage is not as beneficial for women as for men because women have more alternative relationships that provide the same types of benefits. The existence of these other relationships can also partly explain why, following the death of a spouse, women seem to fare better than do men health-wise.